Welcome to the Life Without Rihanna's podcast. Ang Yayon's house.
Welcome back to another episode of Life with Aureliana's podcast. It's still us. Although we're pretty excited to have another episode of Q&A with Team A with a very special guest.
Oh, yeah.
Which we can't say yet, but I'm still happy that we're discussing life stuff more than anything. This topic is a bit on the lighter side, and it's nice to go back, walk down memory lane and talk about our childhood.
Yeah.
How can you encapsulate your childhood in a few sentences?
Oh, man. My childhood was the best.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My childhood was the best. And I really feel that a lot of who I am now was because of my childhood.
Yung hindi ka nag-share ng dessert, that's part of your childhood.
That was also part of my childhood. yeah. Because of my ates. Thank you very much. That was part of my
snooze,
childhood.
you lose, no?
You snooze, you lose. At saka hindi. Akin to.
Akin to.
Get your own.
That's so funny. It's just so funny.
Why are we here? Is it because are we feeling our age? Our happy birthday, love.
Thank you. maybe because it's funny that I was just at MedCon and I was talking to Ton Chateriales, the owner, and sabi niya, Drew, alam ba kung saan ako galing? Galing ako sa debut ng aking pamangkin na inaanak. Grabe, hindi ko Sabi ko, actually, galing lang nga kami dun sa wedding ng inaanak na. Anyway, cut the long story short, yeah, kind of feeling it. When people call you Tito, Tita,
But
so
where in your mind, when did you stop aging? You know how normally you kind of stop at this year and you feel like sometimes, oftentimes I feel like I'm still just 21. And so when it takes a while for me, parang, oh nga, no, teka lang. 37 na pala ako. Pero in my head, I'm like,
what? 37 ka na ba?
I feel like I'm...
Well, I'm 36.
I feel like I'm just 21. I'm somewhere there. Those years.
Okay, I feel...
21, 18, 21.
I have to say though, physically, I feel I'm still 20s. No, not like when you look at me, no. I feel. Okay.
In terms of how you function.
In terms of how I function, parang, I still feel like I'm like 30s, like, kaya pa, kaya pa.
Love, I have to say, you probably function much better than others.
I don't want to compare. No, I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying, but I have to say though.
This is my Tito body.
I have to say though, I feel because of the people I talk to, the podcast that I listen to, the articles and whatever, a few books that I've read, I feel like I actually am
Getting old?
mid-40s na.
Okay.
And how I attack things. And I think that's a good thing. Parang, I'm kind of, I guess, more patient, more understanding. See? Ang galing! Ang galing but it's also nice to think about, I guess we're bringing back the childhood because both of our childhood, because it's pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
Do you remember your childhood to be like a rockin' childhood?
No, I just remember it to be alone.
Aww. Alone.
No, not alone. I'm just kidding.
Love, I think things
Ano ba to?
got more exciting for you
Oh.
when you got a little older kasi. So if you were to compare your maybe what years were siguro mga your 20s, when you were to compare your years nung mga in your 20s to Your childhood.
No. Sorry. Okay, now I remember.
Okay.
Okay.
Wala.
No, I remember kasi sometimes you just really have kasi
You just have to dig deep.
your memory banks are just like crazy, right? So it's just
It's age. It's love. I hate to break it to you.
I know. Totoo.
Okay.
Totoo yan, actually. I have to say. See, I'm more understanding. I would go to Marco Nocom's house every Saturday. Kahit tulog pa sila, I'd go there, play video games, and then wait for him to wake up. And of course, I'm friends with the siblings, the parents, and whatnot. We play basketball. We'd eat this type of bread which was sold in Green Hills, and then meron pang, I remember that Monterey burger patty, and then like a soft drink. Yun yung parating kinakain namin ni Marco.
Okay.
And I'd also remember dahil si James Chan, same street kami sa Valle 5, after school I'd go to his house dahil before playing basketball kumakain siya ng mga dilata na for me it was like the best, like garlic rice and the
kinikilig si James, ni mention
sardinas or corned beef or what, spam or maling, and I'm like, how come itong dilata na to na which can be sold and cooked anywhere, bakit ang sarap parate dito sa bahay nyo? And I guess it's part of the experience, diba? That's what they say. We'd swim in their house, we'd play basketball. Don't get me wrong. I mean, those are my, great memories of my childhood. It's usually basketball.
That's probably something. That's probably
it's a Filipino thing, I guess.
A Filipino thing, I guess. It's also why may ibang kapit din yung ng sports sa'yo, basketball.
Absolutely. Team sports. And my family, kasi we'd play everyone. My dad, my mom, all my siblings. We'd play ping pong. Dad was very competitive. Kahit mas magaling yung brother ko, ambidextrous kuya ko eh. So he's a lefty, but he'd use the right para lang to medyo
just to kind of mess you up.
Handicap. But my dad would be like, intimidation. But anyway, childhood, super fun nga because nga everyone was also, into sports. So yun yung naalala ko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And love, I think you got a bit of you got a taste of my childhood recently because
yeah. Jenny's wedding.
Itong Pasko, my childhood friends were here, and in fact, one of my childhood besties got married. And
you're talking about your childhood in Sydney.
My childhood in Sydney because that's really where I grew up.
Yeah.
So my childhood was. I actually grew up in a Filipino community because all of my best friends, Jenny and Chris, were Filipino.
Right.
But
born and raised in Sydney, right?
But yeah, we were all born and raised in Australia. And oh my goodness, just the things that we would get up to. Just me loving the outdoors was because of my childhood.
Swerte niyo naman.
We would climb trees. We would walk around barefoot. So now I see why a lot of who I am now, na walang kaartehan, can walk around barefoot.
Minsan nga, isang chinelas lang habang nagtatrabaho eh.
Don't really have a care in the world. What would probably come off as medyo nakakadiri to others, for me, it's just like, parang, I'm good.
Yeah.
So, I feel that a lot of that was because of my childhood, because we were raised to be running around barefoot.
Right.
Riding our bikes, rollerblading, going on adventures, going into the mountains and then seeing a dead pig's head on a stick, and we'd be like, oh my gosh, did you see that?
Yeah.
That's how we would go on all these adventures. And then I remember we'd go on river rapids because on weekends all the dads would go fishing and all the moms would be cooking for lunch.
Right.
And all the kids.
Was that a Filipino thing?
I don't know if it was a Filipino thing, but it was our thing.
Yeah, I got it.
It was our thing. And because all of our parents were just too busy doing their own thing, they had no idea what we were up to.
How old were you then? 7, 8, 9, 10? Probably 10, mga ganun, because you guys
Probably around 10. Yeah, kasi probably 10 to 13, somewhere there. I really can't remember how old I was exactly, but we had the best adventures. We had the best adventures, and me being the boyish person, being the boyish person that I am now, is because of my childhood, and I love it.
Absolutely. I mean, so if you weren't able to like live through those years, enjoying those stuff with your friends, would you be
I'm sure it would have been different.
But different, no.
I'm sure it would have been different.
You think it helped that?
I mean,
your parents and then your friends' parents were like very open to just like go ahead, live your life, ganyan?
No, they weren't open to it. They just had no idea.
Oh.
Because they were busy fishing and preparing lunch. That's why I'm thankful that they kept themselves busy and they didn't know half of the stuff that we were up to. I mean, I thank God for keeping us safe, because
correct.
we would get up to things like we would jump into the rock pools where there would be like crashing waves.
Pero yun yung sinasabi nila, you have to die a little to live a little, I guess.
Yeah.
No? So yeah. Okay.
And that's why I love
you.
thrills.
I love you. I'm sorry.
Which is why I love thrills. I love the rush. That's me. The brave me is because of my childhood.
Galing.
Because we would all of my bruises, all of my that was all from my childhood.
I gotta say, and I think we talked about this. I think we went to like Tahoe or something. I mean, it was such a bonus that you had that adventure side in you. Because we both know, I also have that. Yeah. So parang, isipin mo na lang if one wasn't, parang, what? Come on!
I hate you for this!
No! You know what I mean? Yeah. So that kind of worked.
It's nice because at least we get to enjoy these things together.
And
that I'm not doing it for you.
No.
And you're not doing it for me.
No,
but it's because we do it because we enjoy it.
We enjoy it, and hopefully it will translate to our kids, lalo na when we're doing stuff now, and we bring them along. Yeah. Hopefully they're like, and that's why, diba, parang that's the rule. Hey, you can't say that you don't like it if you don't try it. You gotta try it first.
Yeah.
You know?
But, love, how does it make you feel when, and I know, I'm sure other parents also experience this, but of course, okay, so we take the kids with us camping because, we want them to be able to enjoy it and love it the way we do. And then we get there and then Primo's like, where's my iPad? So, like, how does it make you feel?
For me,
I'm
I
sure
think
a lot
that's
of
gonna
parents go through this dilemma too.
Although it's gonna be a natural reaction because nga, if they're not used to, like anyone naman, if one is not used to something, sabihin natin camping, it's their first time or second time. Camping is synonymous to being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang, diba, wala kang masyadong CR, wala kang ganyan, wala kang creature comforts.
Walang hot water.
But that's part of the experience. And we just have to
keep on exposing them
to that. It will then, like the uncomfortability will, parang evolve into...
Or the discomfort.
The discomfort will be lessened, and then they will actually find beauty and probably enjoyment sa nakikita nilang, oh look, what are those animals? Or, oh my God, I mean...
And hopefully it's also these experiences that they will look back and laugh at.
Also.
Oh my gosh, Papa, I remember when you poured that water on me. Oh, it was so cold.
Yeah. And I think it's just a matter of repeating it so that it makes them feel it's not new anymore.
Yeah, and it's no longer a discomfort. But rather just another scenario.
Yeah, and I have to say
or
though,
just something that they'll get used to.
I have to say though, it's been a while since we last camped because nga
Yeah.
of how many, like, ang dami nangyari kasi, you know, the
Daming
past-
action eh.
Daming action na
Nagka-baby
nangyari.
pa. We haven't gone camping yet with Astro.
Absolutely. And sila, Joel, Pedro nga, have been inviting. I'm like, oh, we have something there. Sabi ko, hey, Joel, I hope you don't get tired of inviting.
Asking us,
Please, I mean, just do invite, you know. We camp kasi with sila, Joel, Pedro. Oh my God, lovely family with now 5 kids.
With now 5 girls.
5 girls. but I really love camping with them. Such a blast. But yeah, I hope it translates nga with both personalities, you know, outgoing, adventurous. And I think it will be a challenge for some kids of ours who might have a different like personality, outlook in life. But
Iba lang yung type.
Iba lang yung type eh. I'm not gonna force things. It's just that you gotta try it out first. Right? I'm not gonna force things, but importante lang to try it. And it's also gonna be awesome if one kid
Enjoys it.
and then the other kids, okay pala to kay kuya or okay pala to kay ate.
Which I think is what I love about Baby Bro. Which is what I love about Leon. Because Leon he's our little wild boy. And he is the one that will come up with, dahil nga iba siya mag-isip, iba yung mga naiisip niyang mga trip na gawin na hindi iisip, because Primo is more by the book. He's like straightforward. Primo is more like experimental. And when Primo sees Baby Bird doing some wild thing that looks crazy but fun, biglang Primo's like, hey, I want to try that.
Right.
So I guess that's the beauty about, you know, moving together as a group, as a family, where they learn from each other. I really hope that, because it's something that we enjoy, I'm really hoping that as we expose them more and more, eventually it will also be something that the rest of the family will enjoy.
Super. Let's cut to the chase. Gadget time is an important time for the kids.
Yeah, and you know, within this generation, in this era right now, you know, we didn't have to think about it back then because it wasn't around.
Yeah.
But now, it's pretty much incorporated into our lives. So
And
we just gotta make it work for us.
Right. And just proper regulations, I guess. And there's no like it's really up to the parents and I guess the kids, and it depends how you guys regulate game time. But ako, I really, and because of, I guess, trying to fuel myself with proper information and knowledge with regards to this topic. Kasi I know a lot of people would like, ay nako, game time, masisira yung mata, whatever.
Puro gadgets,
puro
walang
ganyan.
natutunan.
I would like to have an open mind and think, this is gonna be the future. This what we're dealing now. Game time is gonna be there for a long time.
Yeah, and I have to admit to the fact that Primo
learned so many
things. His
how he talks,
the way he enjoys numbers and math. That wasn't us.
Yeah.
That was him on his own, based on what he would watch and what he enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
His reading. We didn't sit down. I mean, I tried to sit him down to teach him words, but
it was all him.
He was not learning when I was trying to teach him. He learned when he was ready to learn and when he was engaño to figure out these words. And next thing you know, I'm like, how come he knows how to read?
Yeah, and then
the last time I checked, he didn't want to read with me.
Kids are sponges, right? I mean, like every moment is a learning moment for them.
If you give them that opportunity to
that opportunity, and
if it's what interests them, grab that opportunity.
And how we talk, that's the way they're gonna talk too, diba? But how we move, that's how they're gonna move too. But I just yun lang yun. I think it's just nice to discuss, Ren, because this is their childhood, and comparing our childhood with regards to physical activities. Kasi feeling ko, I get it. Game time is like they're not as
They're not magulo.
they're not using their body. Yes,
Because they're like...
they're sedentary and
Stagnant.
stagnant, and then the whatever tablet or whatever phone is just right in front of them. Although I have to say that there are some times then they get tired.
Yeah.
They want to move.
Yeah. They get over it.
They get over it. You know? But yeah, I it's just really I just feel that gadget time is put in a bad light most of the time.
Which is why it's important that we take this initiative to bring them out.
Yes,
to
yes.
these
To try to
places.
balance things
Yeah.
out in our own, definition of balancing. Diba?
Yeah.
Parang how do you even define it?
Because it's kind of hard here at home. I mean, what can you expect them to do? So that's why we really, make an effort to plan these trips.
Yeah. And then in like I remember I had this talk with a friend with regards to AI. Because it's part of it. It's the new generation, right? Artificial intelligence. And my friend goes like, of course, a lot of people are against it. But then again, I think like game time, you have to embrace it. You have to work around it and with it. Because it's inevitable. It's just here. It's
Or you kind of use it to your advantage.
use it to your advantage. And then, and sabi ko, I think, ano pa rin naman eh. There's still other stuff in life that it trumps AI or game time.
There's still other experiences
Physical,
in life.
like team sports, which they can get the discipline, the determination, teamwork, and all these other I guess life developing or personality developing skills or aspects. So yeah, I think that's definitely should be part on the list of things that we want our kids to try. Diba? Signing them up for, I don't know, basketball or football or soccer, yeah, or whatever.
That was something that I learned during my childhood. All of that stuff, the rollerblading, the biking,
Yeah, exactly.
that was during my childhood.
And-
that's why I really hope that we give them that chance to discover and develop these skills during their childhood.
Using their bodies, no?
Yeah.
Laking bagay yan.
Because I have friends na natuto na lang lumangoy nung matanda na eh.
Yeah.
Natuto na lang magbisikleta nung matanda na.
But at the same time, matutuwa ka na parang, wow, you just learned it now and you're so good. Yung parang, you never know. Yeah. You never know. But yeah, I think that's the key. Because I'm not sure if our folks talked about this when we were kids.
Probably
not, right? Well,
it's hard to assume, but
hard to assume.
I
actually,
doubt it.
I would like to believe that my parents talked about sports because we were really kind of exposed to different sports and probably also through school. I gotta say, that's if there's one aspect that I really enjoyed was the sports that
in school.
sports in school.
I guess, love, what's also really different about growing up then and growing up now. I mean, my childhood, I didn't remember having to go through any kind of pandemic. So there was no sudden or drastic change in society. I think that was also a challenge in having to raise children now because of this COVID. There was this drastic change, and it changed a whole lot of things.
Yeah, not just the kids, but also the parents and everyone.
Diba? So I think that's also one thing that needs to also be taken into consideration.
To be addressed.
Why there is a change.
What change was that?
Well, just in how to raise children. I mean, they couldn't just go out. Like you would go to Marco's house. You would go. I would go to my friend's house. My friends
Right.
would come over. I don't
So
No,
for 2 years, parang they were like really like.
for 2 years, and I didn't even know if it's. I mean, I guess it also depends on where you live. Specifically, in those 2 years, biglang you had to be a little bit more careful about where you send your children, what you let them do, what they pick up from the ground. Love, I remember before I used to be so like, kung madapa yung, okay lang yan, just dust it off.
But
and now
ngayon
it's
ba
like,
hindi na?
wash your hands, alcohol.
You think
know.
that's ano na? That's gonna be your thing na? Like totally, it permanently changed how you look at things,
I think
or
it's
you're
just,
more open na? Are
think
you
it's just a
now
matter
more
of-
lenient?
Now, as things are getting better, as yes, but that also depends kasi with what is happening in the world at that time.
Right.
So I mean, for a time, we had to be really strict about things, and then now things are easing up, face to face.
I guess if there's one, and of course with all things considered, I always wanna try to grab that positive effect or side to that story or what we've been dealing with. This generation has the power, not the power, but has so many options, and I think that's one strength. Like it's they have so many options, like option to have game time, option to watch whatever they want to watch, the single click,
Another
and then an option to actually go out there because it's okay now. Go out there, enjoy friends, enjoy team play. I think that's what's great about it. Tayo, we actually had one option. Diba?
And another big thing too, love, is I really feel that the generation now of parents are
More woke,
more understanding.
And I feel it's because of social media. Like, see, this is also one avenue. People talk about stuff. And if the listeners are, listening properly, at least, diba, wow, okay, it's a topic to be discussed.
Yeah.
Diba? We
I think now, I really feel that now, the world gives people a better chance of being who they want to be. Mm-hmm. Rather than, I feel like back then, a lot of it was dictated by what our parents wanted us to be.
yeah.
I think.
No.
how
I
feel,
a very valid point.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what's important now is really just keeping each other and keeping ourselves in a happy and a healthy mental state. Because I think it's when we are mentally stable
Sound.
and when we are sound and happy that we can strive and be better beings.
Right.
Which I think at the end of the day is what we want our children to be. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, get off your gadget! Shut up.
Hey! Oi!
Oi! Ay!
Game time's done!
Ay! Turn that off! No, but love, you know what thing I want to go back to is, syempre, as children, I'm sure we all had our pasaway moments, which has also contributed to, to what we are now, because I'm sure that these are moments that we learned from.
I don't know if I learned from that some of my moments. I would remember though that because
Because love, it's these pasaway moments that you're also testing your limits, di ba?
well, unfortunately, from Mama, looking at Leon, observing Leon, apparently Leon is my mini-me.
Okay, really testing your limits.
Really testing my limits, this boy. So I'm like, what? I was like that. Ano pa, sabi ni Mom. But anyway.
But love, it's. I think it's a beautiful thing because knowing that a lot of that is you,
Yeah.
doesn't that extend your patience?
It does.
Diba?
It does. It does. And it makes me more understanding of the
Diba?
fact that, okay.
It's you. It's like, it's you raising you.
Medyo may konting kaba sa mga pinagdaanan ko. Oh my God. I hope he can I hope he can make the right decisions.
Lord, please have grace and mercy on my child.
Please. But yeah. Ano ba yung mga pasaway moments mo?
I remember because dahil nga malakas yung loob ko.
Aha.
Because alam ko, love, malakas yung loob ko. I know that for a fact. And I know that it was something that I practiced as early as then.
Yeah.
Because I remember I would take my bike out and I would ride my bike out far, far away. I knew I was going to places that I shouldn't be. Until my sister saw me. Because I managed to ride my bike out to her friend's house.
Okay.
And Ate Rod is 10 years older than me. So
Right.
syempre, she was already, driving. And I really didn't know where I was riding my bike. And then she was like, "What are you doing here, Baba? Go home. You're not supposed to be here." So it's just funny because I thought it was just a memory of mine. I remember riding out far. I remember may konting fear ako na parang, am I supposed to be here? Nasaan na ba ako? Do I know how to get home? But it's funny because even when my ate shared the story, I was like, oh my gosh. So tumatak din sa'yo the way na tumatak din siya sa akin.
Okay. So that is the same memory.
So that was a pasaway moment of mine.
Ito,
I
pasaway
know
ba
that
to?
there was another pasaway moment that I got home, medyo madilim na. So I remember my dad got really upset with me at that time.
Okay. But so you got into trouble?
I got into trouble. Let's just say I got hit.
Oh boy.
let's just
Hey.
say I got hit.
We're talking about okay, pasaway. How do you define pasaway, Mama?
When you're being a little...
Silly?
Or when you're getting into trouble.
Like
What-
baby bro.
No, like baby bro. Yeah. How about you? What do you think? What makes you into trouble? What gets you into trouble? Sorry.
Nothing gets me into trouble.
Wow!
Why is that?
Really?
Only if I don't eat.
There you go.
Not really, yeah. When you don't finish your food, right?
Hey, are you loving your childhood?
Do you love your life?
Love your life? Now? Are you living your life?
Do you love your life?
I am living a life.
Oh, okay.
I
Is
am
it a good one?
It's very good.
Oh.
I am gonna massage your cheeks
Okay.
Why do you love your life, love?
because
What are the... Okay, give us 3 things. What are the best things about your life? 3.
bestest family ever.
Wow. Okay.
Why? Why are we the best family?
Because I love you guys so much.
We love you too.
The second, I want to play game time for this 1 hour.
Oh, is that the reason why you told us you love us?
Okay, so... Alright, so you love your family and you
Okay.
love your gadget.
Okay, what else?
Okay, what else? What's the last thing that you love?
Starts with a Y.
Alam ko na yan.
Why?
Alam ko na yan.
You too?
Yes.
Oh.
Papa makes the best jokes ever, actually.
Really? Good jokes? Okay.
Really?
Before we
Joking.
before we close, give us a joke. No pressure. Go.
What does the janitor say when he jumps out of the storage?
What does the janitor say when he jumps out of the storage?
storage.
What?
Supplies.
Supplies! Okay, so if Leon is a lot like Drew, this one is a lot like me.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
You.
Huh?
You, love.
Why?
You're a lot
Why
like
why do you think?
Why? I did
Are you
monkey see,
are you
monkey do.
are you
Papa.
you think?
I did monkey see, monkey do to Papa.
Yeah. Are you more like mama or are you more like papa?
I am more like both.
You're more like Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Michael Langot.
Michael Langot.
Yeah.
No, but I really feel that.
Knock, knock.
Oh, okay.
Ano to?
yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's
Yeah,
there?
because we don't have time anymore.
Who's there?
No, I'm talking.
Sorry, who's there?
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Who's
Knock,
there?
knock.
Yeah.
Who's there? No, you should say Apple.
Drew.
Oh, Drew.
Drew has the smelliest pot in the world. Welcome to the Life Without Liliana's podcast. I'm Yeon's house.